Hi, everybody. Can y'all hear me? Let me know, guys. Where's everybody at? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Can y'all hear me? Let me know. You have arrived. Hold your applause. Listen, the bus almost left without me because I was running late. Just a little bit. Surprise, surprise. I'm 4 minutes late. Welcome, everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Listen, K Vicencia, how are you, love? I haven't seen you in a minute. I'm seeing some people I haven't seen in a while. Hey, Big. Hey, Manager Amanda. Listen, get your caffeina. Shout out to you, Big. Yeah, she's right up. Where is Pika? Oh, there she is. Okay. Expecting the tardy slips from Pika. Like, listen, you late. The bus almost left without you. Let me let the people know that we're live because I literally just started. Welcome, everybody. Can you guys do me a favor and hit that like button? It's free. We live now. Now. We live now. Every time I say we live now, I want to end it with like a crazy adjective afterwards or something like something that pisses people off. But I don't, it's too early to do that. Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. We have so much to get into today. Welcome, everybody. Now, the Discord people, get your behinds in here. I saw a picture of Dickie. Shout out to Dickie. Dickie is getting much, much bigger. Okay. Shout out to Dickie and shout out to Wim. Is Wim awake, by the way? Because when he sent that picture, he was awake. We live now, you crazy people. Get over here. Get over here now. I gotta tell you guys something. So there's fires everywhere, right? But where I'm at, it is snowing. And it's been a couple years. Where did my thing go? Since I have had like a slip in the snow, like I've ever, I haven't fallen. I've been pretty good. My balance has been great. Well, I fell this morning, and really hurt my leg. Like I did one of those, what's the word? It was like the black ice. So it's like new ice, new snow, and then there's black ice under. And I took one. And did one of those, like, I don't know, yoga stretches in the eyes. And let me just say, I'm in a lot of pain now. I had the icy hot right away, but I'm starting to feel it. Man, I'm telling you, it's been a couple years since I have slipped on ice. And I've had pretty good balance, but maybe my 40s is not my 20s anymore. You know what I mean? Maybe okay. God, Teresa, I was like, I just hope nobody saw that. Maybe maybe just maybe my 40s is not my 20s no more, y'all. Because I could have recovered from that. And I'm feeling it, y'all. I gotta I landed just the way that I landed, and my knee, like I really hurt my knee and I could feel the swelling on it right now, but I'm okay. I got that icy hot biofreeze crap on it, but I'm all right. Right, Belen. Like the recovery is not the same. Sylvia said, "Welcome to 2025." Yo, now Britt said is -18 in Canada. Wow. Like, no, I'm okay if I'm fine. We'll be fine. We'll survive this. Okay. But I'm just letting you know that maybe my 40s is not my 20s because I'm not feeling that recovered right now. Like, I'm not feeling I could just, play it off. I can't play this off. I'm in pain. Wim, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. Shout out to Wim. Put some hearts in the chat if you've been gifted. We just started, y'all. We just started. Teresa, thank you for being a member for 8 months. Love. Shout out to you. Oh my God, Teresa's picture is funny. It's a llama. Shout out to Teresa. You said the extended warranty runs out at 40. Learning that myself. Listen, I'm telling you, man, I thought I could just, do one of those things where it's like a dance move and I could just walk it off. Oh, hell no. My ass stayed on the ground for quite some time. You know what I mean? Quite some time. Ouch. I fell down the stairs a few months ago and still have a sore spot on my head. Oh my God. That's not good. A fall can really mess you up. So there's no picture. Who took a picture? Yeah, no. No picture. Not that I know of. That I know of. Is yeah, you know what? I was this close to going into urgent care for it. And I might, depending on how I feel. But I'm okay. I'm like, I took some, what is it? Ibuprofen, icy hot, and I'm just staying off of it for a while. But yeah, and it wasn't just that. It was like my backside, my arm, it just killed me. So, but I'm okay. I'm okay. No, I was away from the ring cams. Y'all trying to catch listen, y'all look, that's enough. That's enough. Let me just say this. I have not recovered yet because truly my 40s is not my 20s. As much as I want to do it, it's not going to work. Yes, I might do that as well. I might do that as well. I might need to do that. Just soak it. But anyways, guys, we got to get started. We have so many things to review, so many things to talk about, and we're going to get right to the point because we got to talk about these California fires. We got to talk about Liam Payne, and there's more news coming about this morning on Liam Payne. We got to talk a little bit about Natalia Grace. Shout out to everybody from Discord who watched the last two episodes, and shout out to Vic too for hooking it up. And then we got to talk about, we said the fires, Ali Carter. That's another one that's made the title. We have to talk. We have to talk. So let's get started. I wanted to get started with Keefe D. Keefe D Keefe D is making the news. Okay, so he has been charged with the murder of Tupac Shakur. Now, it's my understanding, and let me know in the chat if I'm correct, because I have not been following everything pertaining to Ali Carter, but it's my understanding that Ali Carter is alleging that Tupac is her father. Is that correct? Because I do remember the little things that I have followed from Ali Carter. She said that her father is Tupac. I don't know if it's been confirmed, okay? I think that that would be breaking the internet, but this is not the first time we've seen a celebrity father a child who's refusing to take a DNA test. Now, Tupac is dead, clearly, but at least, he's got family. You've heard that. Okay, I just don't want to make this up, okay? So apparently, not related to Ali Carter, but this Tupac situation, okay, is making headways. Tupac's alleged killer, Keefe D, makes new attempts to dismiss the charges. Now, he's being held, I believe, in Las Vegas. Tupac's alleged killer, Dwayne Keefe D, has launched a fresh bid to dismiss the charges against him for the murder of the rap legend. In a new motion filed on Monday, January 6th, a former gang member claims that his constitutional rights have been violated through an unjustified delay in proceedings, which may have led to dimming of memories, the death of or disappearance of witnesses, and the loss or destruction of material physical evidence. Just because people have died. Now, if there's evidence, if there's confessions, if there's things out there that say that this man murdered Tupac and it can be found and a jury can convict him, then they need to go ahead and move forward with this trial. Okay, because this man has been playing in our faces for many, many years when it came to this murder. Okay, I'm just going to say that. Like, he loved the attention, as many people do, right? But he's been playing in our faces for many years. So now that he's behind bars, he's wanting to submit all the stuff as it pertains to, now people don't remember things. People don't remember things. Skizamooch, I want to know, because don't forget that it was Keefe D who basically put out there that Diddy ultimately made that call. That he was offered money by Diddy. Now, did he take the money? Is Diddy ever going to say, yes, I'm the reason why Tupac is dead? Probably not. Not going to happen. No, 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 no. Not at all. So I do wonder about this, but this is how Keefe D is trying to push him. He needs something. He's basically saying people don't remember this anymore, and the people that remember this aren't around. Interesting. Why aren't they around? That's the question. Okay, so the motion also claims that prosecutors have no evidence beyond Keefe D's own testimony due to the death or incarceration of others associated with the killing in 1996, such as Death Row Records co-founder Suge Knight and his former rival Diddy, who Keefe D once claimed ordered Tupac's death, ordered Tupac's murder. The filing further argues that Keefe D was initially offered an immunity agreement by the authorities, which enticed him to give them details relating to the fatal shooting. He could have said what he said and walked away, but no, he wanted to further sensationalize him. Like I said, I don't feel sorry for Keefe D. I don't think anybody else does. The former Compton Crip told detectives in 2008 that he was involved in the killing of Tupac on the Las Vegas Strip shortly after a Mike Tyson fight in September of 96. So then he says his lawyers argue that he made this admission as part of an proffer agreement, which means anything he said could not be used against him in court, and that his agreement should be still in place. The state of Nevada was in possession in 2009 of the facts that led to Davis' arrest in 2023, specifically his alleged statement that he was in the white Cadillac and handed the gun to the back seat passengers, which was utilized to shoot Tupac. Okay. Prosecutors must now honor the initial proffer agreement of 2008, and the LMVPD promises not to prosecute Mr. Davis. Las Vegas police have objected to the presentation of events, saying that they never promised to not arrest Keefe D, and that he also repeated his claims about Tupac on several occasions in several years. He admitted it. Keefe D admitted it, and now he wants to say, it's my memory. Like initially, I think he had cancer or something like that, and he was trying to use that to kind of like walk away from different things and whatnot. But I do wonder about this. Let me know what you guys think. He basically kept telling on himself for years during interviews. That's right, Ashley. So now he's like, no, y'all, nah, no. Yes, he did. What did he think? Like, do people he gave himself relevancy. The biggest interview that he did, and this is why Vlad gets a lot of pushback, it was Vlad TV. He did that interview where he said what he said, and then it wasn't, I think, a couple weeks later that the feds came knocking at his door because of it. It is what it is, right? Thank you, Jen. Tell them to hit that like button. Why are we at 15 when we have almost 200 people in here? Guys, hit the like button. Don't be haters. Yes, thank you. I thought it was Keefe D's sis interviews and wrote a book saying it all. This man is saying he's Shaggy. It wasn't me. Oh my God. Yes, I did. We talked about it a couple days ago. I'll have to watch it. I don't know. I think it's released like next week or something, Katie. But I do want to know like what's up with this, what is going to happen. So a hearing over Keefe's motions to dismiss has been scheduled for January 21st. So on the 21st, Keefe D is going to have a hearing. His trial is currently set to begin March 17th of this year. So we got Tupac's trial, March 2020. Well, the 21st of March this year. We got Diddy's trial in May, in Cinco de Mayo, all this year. It's crazy. Crazy how all of this is just flying down. If he said in the media that he said in his immunity deal, then they can't charge him. I don't know why he thinks he's protected, Rena, honestly. Like, I don't know. Like, why do people interpret the law? Like, did you talk to somebody before? Did you talk to somebody? That's what we want to know, okay? Did you talk to somebody, or are you just going about shit the way that you think you're going about this? That's all I want to know. That's what I want to know. Oh, yes. And we also, beautiful messy ball, we have a lot of trials that are going to be very interesting. Karen Reed's trial, part 2, again, like it wasn't enough. 2024 wasn't enough. Girl, we got 2025, Karen Reed's trial. And you know that that's going to turn YouTube upside down all over again. Now, beautiful messy ball, is it in the summer? Because that was interesting. Let me know. Let me know. Can we have a trial against friends, not managers? Run away, Roger. Right, manager. Speaking of Roger, let's get into this Liam Payne news. So, revelations from Liam Payne's father that complicates the businessman prosecuted for the death of his son. So, Liam Payne's dad became a key witness for the Argentinian justice case, which seeks to clarify the death of his son. His conversation with Roger Norris minutes after his death. That's crazy that he had a conversation minutes after he died. The way that this is, I just can't believe it. Okay. So on October 22nd, accompanied by a psychologist and an interpreter, Liam Payne's dad appeared as a witness before prosecutor Andres Madres. Going back to Argentina, we're talking about Liam Payne now, guys. Listen up. The person in charge of clarifying the death of his son, Liam, who 8 days earlier had fallen from his balcony in his third floor room at Casa Sur Hotel in Palermo. Payne Sr. had arrived in Buenos Aires less than 48 hours, okay, after the news of his death, which occurred on Wednesday afternoon, the 16th. Shortly after landing with Liam's body still in the judicial morgue, he visited Casa Sur. I remember seeing a lot of footage of him visiting Casa Sur and everything, okay? Hold up, y'all. He visited Casa Sur, where the fans of the group One Direction, who loved his son in life, were holding a vigil. They had a shrine there as well. Liam's dad, in a sports coat, visited, stunned and dazed, in front of the candles and the photos and the stuffed animals, but with the gesture of perhaps peace. He kissed his right hand as if kissing the memory of his son in the air. Okay. The 63-year-old Englishman remained in Buenos Aires awaiting news in the case, in the charges of the prosecutor, Madre, and for the judge to decide on what was going to happen with the body. All right. So staying at the Casa Lucia Hotel on Arroyo Street, surrounded by guards, while the news of the final scandal was known. One after the other, the cocaine and the alcohol and the powerful antidepressant sertraline found in his son's body. By the way, I will still continue to say this. We don't have an autopsy report, or excuse me, we don't have an autopsy or a toxicology report. So we really, really don't know. Okay. We're going by this. And I do wonder, I mean, clearly the family would have all this information, but, Liam's father has not spoken out or anything. Okay. Let's see. So this is what they're alleging. The cocaine and the alcohol and the powerful antidepressant sertraline found in his body, which combined would have caused the mental health crisis that pushed him to his death. The mental health crisis that pushed him to his death. Okay. The two prostitutes from El Talar and Isidro Casanova, who had called Casa Sur to have sex hours before dying, the Argentinian businessman who accompanied Liam, whom Liam's dad knew well. Okay. Liam's father and son had a pleasant relationship before his death. They met every month in London at the singer's house to play all afternoon with Bear, the son of the former One Direction member. I hate how they repeat this because we already know. He knew that his son was an addict. They had last seen each other. So Liam Payne's dad knew that his son was an addict. They had last seen each other on August 29th last year in Manchester for the singer's birthday. He was fine, stable, clean, he said in his testimony in Buenos Aires. But according to the contents of his statement, he did not know everything. He assured investigators that Liam planned to stay only 5 days in Argentina. Also, that the former One Direction singer did not have a phone. Wait a minute. Let me stop right here, okay? Because I want to make sure that I understand this. So Liam Payne's dad is on the stand, all right? He's on the stand and he's giving his testimony to the Argentinian authorities. And he said, "Listen, my son was fine. He was stable and he was clean. But I didn't know everything that was going on with my son." He assured investigators that Liam planned to stay only 5 days in Argentina. Remember, like this, and by the way, if you look at the timeline from the email that was sent, showed a couple days ago, this would be within that time frame, right? Also, that the former One Direction singer did not have a phone. Many weeks ago, this is interesting. Many weeks ago, and it's coming to me now. There was an article. I believe it was page 6. Thank you, Christine. Thank you. Page 6 said that sources they had spoken to were concerned about Roger Norris isolating Liam. They felt like, he was just isolating him a little too much. That they couldn't just call Liam and get a hold of him. That they had to go through Rogelio Norris. And that sometimes Rogelio would, pick up the phone when it's like dad or family calling. Oh, he's busy right now. He can't come to the phone. So to me, this statement right here does make sense. But if Liam's dad is saying that Liam didn't have a phone, then the text messages that Liam was sending in Argentina couldn't have been sent by Liam. Because Liam had a phone then. He was texting people, right? So who was texting for him? Let's just put all of it together, right, Manajo? Putting all these pieces together, because this is the part that I really get lost. I said, wait a minute, okay. So was Liam Payne's dad told, hey, Liam doesn't have a phone, so that Liam Payne's dad could just not interfere or ask questions about what's going on? Potentially. Right, Jenny? Rogelio was isolating Liam. The question is why? What did he have to gain? Let's say that, let's play devil's advocate for a little bit. Let's say that Rogelio wanted to take over Liam Payne, right? His life. Like he wanted to get him clean. Let's just play devil's advocate for a little bit, okay? Humor me. But to isolate him to the point where he doesn't have, like, the guy has a son, I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't, as a father, a mother, you kind of have a hard time not being able to talk to your friends. And this is a man, Liam is a man who was dating, right? Like he had this girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, at least that's what it looks like. I don't know. But like, this is interesting. Like, how were they communicating if he didn't have a phone? Or did they just say that to Liam Payne's dad so he can back off? I do wonder about this, but okay, let's keep going. Also, the former One Direction singer did not have a phone. Liam didn't have his own cell phone, and it was his decision. Over the last few years, he changed his cell phone many times. He decided to be offline as a protection method to avoid social media and also to stay away from the possibilities of relapsing into his addictions. That decision was his personal one, and he had the full support of the family group. Personally, I agree that it was really a way for him to take care of himself. It is my understanding that Liam Payne was severely bullied online at one point. That is my understanding on that. And Christine says, hey, have y'all hit the like button? Or have you subscribed? If you haven't, you need to get your life together. I love that you said this, Christine. Please tell the people. That's why I left your comment up. Right. I understand certain friends, but family would do nothing but support rehabilitation. That's right. Hey, Cash. Okay. Let's keep going. So it wasn't like Liam in Argentina had his cell phone. It wasn't like Liam in Argentina had his cell phone, which he used, for example, to contact the prostitutes via WhatsApp. It was seized by the city police after his death and examined. Oh, Lord, I lost my place. Hold up, y'all. Let's go back. Trying to read this. Here it is. It wasn't like that. Liam in Argentina had his cell phone, which he used, for example, to contact the prostitutes via WhatsApp. It was seized by the city police after his death and examined by order of the court. Liam Payne's dad then depended on intermediaries to find, I can never say that word, to find out about his son. For that reason, my telephone contact with Liam was not direct. It was always through third parties, he said. Then he identified them by name and surname: Kate Cassidy, Liam's girlfriend, and businessman Roger Rogelio Notice, they were they were in his care because of his addictions. Hold up. Hold up. Who was in his care? He then identified them by name and surname: Kate Cassidy, Liam's girlfriend, and businessman Rogelio Norris, Roger Norris. They were in his care because of his addictions. Kate was there because of love, and Roger was there, and Roger because he accompanied and cared for Liam in these last months and reported to me on his condition. So was Kate in any way somehow involved in the care of Liam Payne? That's the question that I have. I wonder about this. He didn't find out from the television. It was Norris himself who told him that his son had died in a way. I learned of Liam's death from Roger. I was at a home. I was at home with my wife. He called me about 5:23 p.m. Buenos Aires time, but I didn't see the call until about an hour later. In the meantime, he called me once more and sent me a message to call him as soon as possible. When I saw all those calls at about 6:18 p.m. here, I called him back, according to his testimony, which Infobay had access to. What happened? Liam's dad asked. An accident happened, Rogelio Norris responded. It's true. It's true. He's dead. He's dead. You have to come to Argentina. Liam Payne's dad then contacted his daughters. Liam's older sister, they already knew, as did the rest of the world. Norris called him in the meantime again and again. The singer's father this time did not return his contact. Minutes later, Liam's personal assistant in London was looking for a ticket for him to Buenos Aires on the first available flight. Today, Roger Norris is being prosecuted by the judge for negligent homicide of Liam, along with the four other defendants accused by the judge of selling cocaine to the singer. Okay. Now, of course, Norris was defined as the guarantor of Liam during his stay in the country. Before the judge, in a written statement, the businessman denied any formal role with the former One Direction member, to whom he was only linked by a bond of friendship without a contract. And we called bullshit on that. We did. We did. Liam's dad is said to have met Norris well in mid 2024. The businessman appears strongly at a time of crisis. He managed to keep him stable, but Liam was not improving. He was stable but not improving. During that period, Liam was receiving calls from Roger. I didn't know who he was. He continued. The businessman, Liam Payne's dad assured, offered to support the former One Direction member in exchange for nothing. Nobody ever takes care of somebody for nothing. Okay? Nothing is for free. Right? That should have been the biggest red flag. So they traveled to Wellington, Florida, an hour and a half from the Miami airport. The key point of Polo in the United States, where a friend of Norris controlled several polo fields. There was somebody that played polo, and they actually visited somebody, I forgot his name, was it Gonzalo, in Argentina? Okay. We stayed there for 10 weeks with Liam, the four of us. During the time, we formed a team with Liam and the bodyguard for Liam's recovery, always monitored by psychologists and psychiatrists, all of whom were Roger's contacts. So I don't have their details now. This is what Liam's dad said to the court. Liam's girlfriend came and went. However, the simple friendship would later change, at least according to Liam Payne's dad. Now, there's an email and this is, the email that we've read. There's a lot of confusion about this email because some of you guys said the dates are wrong, the dates and the stays are wrong. Well, the email was sent October the 11th. Okay. So just so everybody's aware. And they needed the suite between Monday the 14th to Friday the 18th of October. Okay. The circle of trust and business, the link between Norris and Liam as the case progressed would become a key to the accusations. Liam Payne's dad said they had a friendly relationship. It is true that Roger arranged meetings this year so that Liam could enter the job market again. Huh. But he said that he did it to help him, not for something in return or with a contract involved. He was just looking for a relationship. He was just looking for relationships. I also noticed lately that Roger was directing Liam to develop more in a business than in his artistic side. This change, this change of one direction, this change of direction in Liam's work was not favorable of him because he liked to do, sorry, there's a lot of typos. He liked to do, and what he was good at was making music. Here, another piece of the board comes into play, which was not charged by the justice, Rogelio's alleged girlfriend. Now, this is something that I pointed out in 2 videos ago that did not get a lot of views and love, but y'all need to watch it, okay? Because I pointed this out before in another video. So a lot of these pieces we've been putting together as this case has been developing. Liam knew I thought it was wrong to leave music for investments. When I first met Roger, he was focused on Liam's well being, and I believe that to be genuine. Then Roger changed his focus when he tried to integrate his girlfriend into the circle of trust that Liam, his girlfriend, and the bodyguard had. The girlfriend even turned up in Wellington. In the end, Liam's dad didn't even know which hotel Liam was staying at before his death. Liam's dad did not name the girlfriend by name and surname. However, the name of a woman close to Norris is repeated to the case. Pop singer Lourdes Miranda, Lula Miranda, is named, whose computer was seized by the city police. Norris tried to recover it in court number 34 in charge. It tried to recover the laptop with a dozen croissants for the judicial staff without success. So he was trying to bribe the judicial staff with fucking croissants. Remember that picture that I showed you guys? And some of you guys were saying in the comments, were like laughing like rabbit. He's not going to get like this case is ongoing, right? He's not going to get away by offering the staff croissants. No, he went to go pick the computer. He had a freaking thing of croissants, and he basically offered the croissants to the judicial staff in exchange for evidence, the damn computer that they seized. Lula Miranda's computer. And Lula Miranda, okay, Rogelio Norris's girlfriend, the assistant manager of Liam Payne, is also not charged, and she should be looked into. Can y'all explain to me in what world people can bring croissants and say, hey, I got these, croissants over here. Can I have that, thing that you got locked in there for evidence? Huh? Not the croissants. Oh my God. Right. Apparently he didn't give the right people the croissants. I mean, literally, Kim. I don't know what to say. Okay, let's keep going. In the internal email of Casa Sur Hotel, Miranda appears as named as the assistant manager. Lourdes is nicknamed Lula. All right. And on the Wednesday of Liam's death, a friend or girlfriend of his, Lula, also sent me messages expressing her condolences. This is what Liam Payne's dad is saying, that he got text messages from Rogelio Norris's girlfriend, Lula, the assistant manager. I didn't know how she got my number because I never gave it to her. Probably Roger gave it to her. Okay. And that is where that ends. And now all the things are tying in together as to how Lula Miranda, tried to contact Liam Payne's dad. And all of this it's just all tied in there. But why hasn't she been charged? Because she was well aware of what was going on. Like, are we just going to pretend that, she didn't know what was up or what? I mean, I know like the people like to pretend. But I'm just going to say that. Like, are we just pretending or what? Like I said, I'm still working on shorter videos on that because you guys know that we've been on that for quite some time. Now, hold up. I had an article ready, prisoners. Okay. You guys, we talked about this yesterday, okay? We talked about this yesterday in one of the videos that we did, right? Remember when I told you guys, I wonder, and I think last Ronan had mentioned this too. A lot of us were talking about this, about how, like, what are they going to do with the prisoners and the inmates with the California fires? We're moving on topics with the California fires. Like, what happened? Well, I think they're using them to actually help out with the fires. But this is an article that was released literally a couple hours ago. Due to slavery clause, 30% of the LA fires are being fought by inmates. So, I mean, we don't have enough firefighters. We definitely, listen, the overcrowding, the overpopulation in these prisons is a very real thing. There are people behind bars that, in my opinion, should have their sentences revisited because they're too harsh. You know, that's just my opinion, right? Like, to me, if you have a fucking marijuana charge from 25 years ago, I don't need you to be behind bars, prison. I'm not like, this is a legit thing. Shout out to Chico who sent me this article because we literally get talked about this yesterday. We said, listen, could they be using the inmates? Kim, this is the so Forbes was talking about this and Business Insider was talking about this. We talked about this yesterday. I said somebody's been watching our damn streams. I don't know, girl. I don't know. You know, I don't think that that's the case, but my mind immediately went to this. I said, you know, what if they use the inmates, because they're going to definitely have to evacuate from the prisons, you know, the halfway houses. And if you can, like, bring out people that are already working in the community and, you know, hell, give them a salary or help them out or something. We have to be able to be careful with how we're doing this, right? Something that could be like a quick safety thing so that they can help out, because we don't have enough firefighters. That was the thing that was said yesterday. Y'all remember? And what else? We need a lot of people out there. It's getting pretty bad. And shout out to Sylvia who sent me like even a clip of how they're putting out the fires. Due to slavery clause, 30% of the LA fires are being fought by inmates. As the shock of the Los Angeles fires and their effects on so many communities, businesses and families is still being digested. A lot of the is still being digested. Lots of attention is being turned to those who are in the front lines fighting the flames. Many people might not be aware that one particular group has been long depended on to battle wildfires. And guess who that is? Inmates. Kim, but I was like, I wondered about this. I don't think they can volunteer. I literally think that they're going to be using them. While the 13th Amendment ended slavery in the United States, a loophole allows people convicted of crimes to be forced to work for public or private enterprises. In this case, those tasked with fighting fires, okay, firefighting volunteers for those positions must meet a certain criteria. They're not assigned without their consent. Okay, hold up. Their pay scale was doubled in 2023. And depending on the skill level and the task assigned, they either receive 16 cents to 74 cents an hour, or a maximum day rate of $5.80 to 10.24. Well, Venus, like, this is a good point. The LA cut the firefighting budget to the LAPD. But look at the pay scale. Most of their lunches consist of a simple sandwich, two pieces of white bread with a slice of bologna, plus an apple. Their daily food budget is approximately $4 per day. It's hardly enough to sustain them for their high volume of manual labor. Yo, yes, and they pay them. The earning is 5.80 to 10.24 per day, plus dollar and plus $1 an hour when responding to active emergencies, according to the seed. So, but what do you think about that? Like, no, I the way this article reads, they don't even have to sign up for it. It says right here, hold up. It says many people might not be aware that one particular group has long been dependent on to battle wildfires, the inmates. While the 13th Amendment ended slavery in the United States, there's a loophole that allows people convicted of crimes to be forced to work for public or private enterprise. Are they being forced to work? Where do you guys stand with that? Because we brought it, like, it's literally interesting. We brought this up yesterday, and now there's an article. Yes, they're being housed. That's a lot of money when you don't pay for anything except your canteen. They're in jail. We don't know what their crimes are, true, but if they're in prison, if and that's it, I guess it all depends. Right. And this is already happening with prisoners, big brands being exposed for slave labor, Walmart, Target, Kroger. But here's the deal. You lose your rights while you're incarcerated, right? I didn't even know there was listen, when I heard this, I said there's a loophole for slavery. Okay, according to Tommy, that's probably 5 to 10 times what an inmate working at a prison factory gets. People fight to get into those jobs because you can almost forget you are a prisoner for those hours. Wow. Well, I mean, of course, like, you got time to kill. You said you're not against it. It depends on the crime that they committed. And that slavery causes BS. They are saying the 13th Amendment. Where was this outrage when the NCAA was using that same amendment to not pay college players? I'm not surprised that this has been a thing. I think what surprises me is that, like, I know it's a disaster, but to force people to work in a disaster like this, and this isn't like, I mean, all disasters are horrible, right? Like, don't get me wrong, but eh, I don't know. Something in me does not feel very right about this. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It morally, it just doesn't seem right. But it was interesting that we brought this up. I could be wrong, but y'all let me know what you guys think. Now, if it's is it dependent upon the crime, or is it dependent upon the job, or is it dependent upon the pay? Like, there's just so many factors that I'm trying to understand. Right. And especially when most of the prisoners are black and brown people, y'all find outrage in this, but not the fact that there are some who are innocent. You got to understand that there's a lot of people that are wrongfully incarcerated, right? This is definitely a debatable topic. Let me just say, I'm seeing the comments already. Question: is forced labor justified if the people doing it is getting out sooner? Is forced community labor justifiable if they get paid more than in-house labor? That, you see what I'm saying? Like, these are all fantastic questions that really make you think. You said what is fucked up? The prisoners can be the firefighters are low can The prisoners who can be the firefighters are low risk and will be released at some point, yet because of the convictions, cannot become a firefighter. This is what I'm talking about. Because of the conviction. I mean, are they going to change the convictions? Like, you can get a government job if you're a convicted felon? I mean, can you get a are there I thought, like, it's really hard to get a job as a convicted felon, right? What what about in government? Can y'all let me know about that? Because I know y'all were going down my throat during the election about all of that too, but I do wonder about this. I mean, if you can be a fucking president, why can a convicted felon who's changed his life and who's doing the most, to make well for his life, why can't they also work in government? Hell, I was as a kid, I broke the law all the fucking time. And if it wasn't for the fact that I was a kid then, but if my shit was held against me then, I wouldn't have been able to get into social work. I wouldn't have been able to go to school, financial aid, all kinds of things that would have been taken away from me. I believe in second opportunities. I really do. But I'm just going to say that. Okay? Just saying, okay? Okay, just And that's why I always listen to both sides of the coin. But I wanted to bring this up because I knew that this was going to stir some shit here. And I wanted to know what you guys think. But I think that no matter how people want to keep things so regulated one way or another, there's always loopholes to something. People will always find something to something. Like it's not the system is not perfect. Right. You're right, Kim. You're right. Kids are different. You're absolutely right. Developmentally, we're all different. But I wanted to bring this to the attention of you, the people, because I want to know what you guys think. Okay. So we talked about that part. Incarcerated firefighters have some of the highest injury rates among all prison workers and are 4 times more likely to sustain injuries compared to other firefighters. All right. Also, they work some of the longest hours and have some of the hardest tasks to execute. They don't shoot water hoses. They use power chainsaws and manual hand tools such as axes with the goal of starving the fire of fuel to continue to burn. Okay. So this is like them. This is an example so everybody's aware of what that looks like. Like they get a lot of injuries because they probably don't have the training, okay, training hours. So there is a risk. All right. Just gonna say that. Um what is an inmate firefighter? In some form, inmate firefighters have been used in California since the end of World War II. The state has leaned on inmates to provide additional firefighting staff and hands crew to help contain the blaze. These teams also respond to other disasters like floods. So they are there. So the CR, which is the California Correctional Department, has a camp program that employs incarcerated people as firefighters who responded to emergencies as local, state, and federal laws. The program started in 1950, and the modern protocols of training the inmates at camps began in 1946. Today, there are 44 conservation camps, also known as fire camps, operated by the CDCR in partnership with the California Department of Forestry. Okay. Um, what do y'all think? Where do you guys stand? They're helping humanity and giving them back to the community this way. Yeah, like I mean, I could see a positive way of contributing to like they're giving back to the community. My biggest concern is that if there's a high level of injury for them, like, yeah, they committed crimes, don't get me wrong, but I still don't think that they should be exposed to elements that traditional firefighters would have enough training and protection, to help themselves out of. But in this situation, and it also depends, like, let me ask you guys a question. Are they going to put serial killers to work here? I don't think so. Like, I'm just wondering, like, who would meet criteria to be in their little, in this little work camp? Because that needs to also be a thing, right? Honestly, it needs to be a thing. But I wanted to bring it up because I knew it was going to cause some controversy and I wanted to wake it up. Shout out to everybody. Let me know what you guys think in the chat about it. But we're going to move into another topic, something to give you guys to think about. And shout out to Chico who gave me the heads up about this. All right. On another topic. Because I know we got to get to Ali Carter here in a minute. And I know you guys are waiting for me to talk about that too. Where are Natalia Grace's former adoptive parents now? What we know about the Barnetts, the man's lives too. I'm not going to read this article, all right? But let me just say this. Yesterday, shout out to Vic, who we were on Discord and we were able to watch the last 2 episodes of Natalia Grace, the final chapter. Okay? We were able to watch that. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, y'all, like, hold up. Let me put right here. Let's get back to here. Let me make sure we reel it in, y'all. This documentary was too much. I got it got on your nerves. I need to know the people that watch this already, because I don't know if I want to do a separate video on this. I was sitting there, but I'm going to tell you guys something, okay? I am annoyed by a couple things. Come over, just follow me. Follow me to talk a little bit about Natalia Grace, the last 2 episodes. Okay? Let me know. Let me know. Did y'all watch it? The doc is exploitation itself. I'd like to understand this. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? I'm following? Okay. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Let me know. What do y'all think? Hold up. Hold up. Okay. Dana. Dana, I'm not there yet. I said that I would talk about her at the very end. So I need you to stay with me. If you can't watch, that's fine. Shout out to you, but I need you to stay with me on topic, okay? You don't even know what I'm about to say. This is the thing that irks me when people already have concluded the things that I'm about to say about that. So do me a favor. Wait until wait until we get there, okay, girl? Sit down. It's okay. Sit down. You know how like people get leave class way too early and you're like, wait, the bell hasn't even rung. Dana, you're leaving the class. Like, hold up, okay? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Christian, thank you for being a member for 5 months. Shout out to you. Little Devil has become a new member. Okay. Thank you, thank you. Listen, this story is crazy. Let me know. Kim, you were there. Did you watch the last 2 episodes? All right. Look at you guys. Everybody okay? Let me know. All right. I think they paid her to pay off her debt, and God knows what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you guys. And we could hold a separate video about it. That's fine. It's up to you guys. But I'm going to be honest with you. I was literally over it. Let me tell you when I became completely over it with the whole Natalia Grace thing. They did a whole episode about her having an interview with People magazine and having to fly over to New York. Like, did we skip over the fact that in the first 2 episodes, there was this concern about blackmail, sex tapes, potentially being recorded, exploitation, and then her wanting to leave, and suddenly she changes her mind because she's talking to her boyfriend in the UK. She gets to fly to the UK, and then we go from there to suddenly talking about, guys, it's a great opportunity. I'm having an interview with people, and it's going to be huge. And then we went there to, we're doing good. My husband is not going to leave me, Nicole. We're fine, but she doesn't want to go to therapy. But we're gonna get over this. It's gonna be fine. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, we missed something. Like, we missed something. What is going on? I said, wait a minute. Are people going to get arrested for the blackmailing of sex tapes? I want to know. Excuse me. I had a moment there. I said, I couldn't even believe it. I said, I feel like y'all have gaslit me because you had me at first and second episode. I know a lot of us were like, oh my God, we're there. Okay. And then suddenly we went from there to, she's refusing therapy, but she's going to be fine. She decides to stay. And it's really weird because the way I see this is that I'm going to tell you what one side of my brain is saying. Natalia is playing, y'all. Like, and I'm not saying that she's a bad person for that. I'm saying is that she's got so many maladaptive skills in her life that the only way that she can get through her life right now is by playing everybody. Okay. Meaning, if I don't want to go to therapy, I'm going to have 150,000 excuses, but I want to live with the DePauls, and I'm allowed to live with the DePauls because the DePauls, I got them right here. I got them right here. They're in my hand. Okay. That I just have to emotionally really push their buttons so that Nicole can feel some type of way about me. And Nicole, I can't give up. I can't give up on that girl because she could have rats that could later develop to bipolar disorder. And I just can't. I can't give up on that girl. And then everybody else in the family, in the DePaule's family, has to mold themselves for Natalia. The cameras are off. The cameras are off. The checks have been paid and cashed out. Y'all, this story is not the final chapter. Okay. The final chapter is really going to play out on social media. Okay. Because someone's really going to get hurt. I mean it. Mhm. There's no way that any of this is going to end this way. It just doesn't work that way. Okay. Everybody got paid. We're done. But there's a real disservice here, right? Because they never held her, accountable, held her feet to the ground. Like, yes, honey, you've been through some shit. Okay. But I love you. In order for us to make this work, you're going to have to follow these rules, these rules, these rules. You want to be treated like an adult? Oh, we're going to treat you like an adult. Okay. This is what it's going to look like here, disability or not. Because let me tell you, there's a lot of people out there like Natalia that are living it every day, that have to mold themselves to that situation. Oh, you want to stay in this house? Oh, honey, you're going to have to go to therapy, EMDR, whatever it is. Now, it sucks because people should be ready to go to therapy. I don't like forcing therapy on anybody. But if you're going to be living in somebody else's house and you're causing havoc there, but you like that house, then you need to act like you like that house and respect the individuals there. Because just because you're Natalia Grace, whoever it is, you guys, it's the reality of life. It's how it is. Natalia is still a mystery because she's whatever the person talking needs her to be for their purpose, period. Nicole DePaul. If Natalia does not want to leave her room, she pushes her aside. She wants her to be a certain way. She's going to be that way, right? Thank you. Thank you, Kim. Recall this type of behavior as staff splitting or splitting of people. That's what Natalia has done. And by the way, Cheeks, thank you for being a member for 17 months. You're putting people against each other. You are so right, Kim. I remember this. And that's what she's done. The DePauls felt like betrayed. She wanted to leave, the Mans. And they did all that they could to rescue her. And now they got them in this shit. And then there's this shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you guys don't have boundaries with her. And I don't blame Nicole's husband for feeling the way that he does, or Mackenzie for feeling the way that she does. Let me tell you, it's a hard task when you decide to adopt or invite or stuff like that. But I assume that as beautiful and well set up Nicole's, life, counters, household, all this stuff was set up. Her boundaries needed to be 1000% when it came to Natalia, because at the end of the day, she's not the little girl that y'all met many years ago. It's the reality of it. The girl is having phone sex in your house so loudly that you have to soundproof her door. And that's not to say, oh my God, no. I'm just saying, you old enough to have phone sex? You old enough to have sex? You old enough to understand that we got some rules over here. Mhm. Oh yeah, we do. You old enough to understand that you're living with us right now. You can keep a relationship with the mans, but the mans don't command here. They're not the boss of this house. No. I'm just saying, okay? Because she didn't want to be with the mans because of the way she was being treated. Just saying. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, everyone is involved in this so-called documentary sensationalized her, and they are all guilty because they took part. None hold up. What did you just put in the comments? Lord have mercy. None of them giving her a good message. Right, Kim. Right. Sorry, Kim. I'm not laughing at you. There's another comment that distracted me. That's what I'm saying. So to me, this final chapter thing was like we were being made to erase everything else that was concerning. And it was just like, well, we did the People magazine. We're great. We have a family dinner. Everything's cool. Kumbaya, my lord. And it was just like, damn, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. That's how I feel. And maybe I shouldn't do another video on it because it literally pissed me the hell off. It did. It pissed me off. You didn't know that part? It's true. It's true. I couldn't handle it. I thought it was the shittiest documentary, especially those last 2 episodes. Not because it didn't give me what I wanted, because I was like, well, what would have made it better? But because I already know how it's going to conclude. And there is no happy ending in the way in which I've already concluded this. Like, let's be real. It's just horrible. I didn't like it. Okay. Let's talk about Ali Carter. Now let me go back because all right, Dana, did Dana get blocked? Let me know, mods. Because Dana got ahead of the game. And hold up, y'all. Let me see. I hadn't even started talking about Dana. Jill, thank you so much for the $2, love. Thank you. Sorry. Let me see if I can find Dana's comment. Oh my god, I got a gazillion comments here. Hold up. Dana was really hot, and I didn't even like. You guys were telling her to stay on topic. Yeah, Jen's like she hasn't even started. Okay, so let me go back to what Dana's saying because I want to make sure that she's included in this conversation. Okay, I kind of glanced at it, but I wasn't sure. We have war correspondents watching what is going on, and we have certain YouTubers that we are watching that are current threatening Ali. I hope you're not one of them. Her mother who trafficked her and tortured her. Listen to yourself because you're not making sense. And you obviously haven't followed Ali's story long enough to know what you were talking about. All I'm saying is the military is watching these YouTubers, so be careful who you follow. Girl, did you become a member because you wanted to become a member, or were you gifted? Like, I just want to know. And that's not like no shade, but is Dana back? Because I got something to say to you. Okay. Let me help you. Because somebody helped me one time, and so I have to help you too. You know, I just gotta say this to you.
Stop it. Get some help.
I gotta say, stop it and get some help. Let me tell you why. Because you don't even know what I'm about to say. You don't know what I haven't even covered Carter Alley, but already I got these cheerleaders up in here. All I'm saying is the military is watching these YouTubers, so be careful. Good. The FBI, the military, the CIA, the CBI, PBS News can watch me, and I still don't give a damn because I'm gonna give you my opinion. Okay, got it? Okay. Now, back it up. Slow down. Don't make me like sing Bobby Valentino to you. Slow down because I just want to get to know you type of situation. Don't you just like we haven't even gotten to the topic and I'm already getting Linda vibes from you? Girl, are you sure that this must have been a gifted membership? Because there's no way that you just became a member. No, because we don't run shit like that. We don't. She must have been blocked. Look. Let me get to the topic. PBS stays what PBS, CBS, the FBI, the DEA, CBS News, they all be watching all of us. I do not care. Okay? I don't care. Oh, she wasn't blocked. She must have gone away. Oh well. Thank you. It's my turn. All right. I couldn't believe it. What did I say? I wasn't even talking about Ali Carter yet. And already you have like people like that. What is wrong with you? Okay. It had to be gifted. There's no way. I wish YouTube would do a better job about who gets gifted. There's no freaking way. Okay, hold up. Yeah, because she needs to show up class. Rabbit is thank you. I'm like, this is why I was like, girl, the bell hasn't rung yet. Now, you know how when you were in grade school, the bell you had 2 bells. One of them, it's like, you got to get ready. I was already leaving. Like the first bell was letting me release and out. That's how I was. So I was already out the door. So then you had the teacher, come back over here, sit down, put your backpack away and you can go. That's how I would that's that grade school stuff. Like, don't get ahead of yourself, okay? All right, let's get it together. So I got a shout out to the military that they're watching us. Yeah, shout out to the military. Um so I heard and I got the heads up. And actually I've been getting the heads up by a lot of people here in the videos that I guess Allie Carter's biological mother came forward and basically discredited Allie Carter. I haven't done enough Allie Carter coverage or conversation. I've talked about Allie Carter before because I've heard some things here and there, but not to the extent where I'm going through her story and, dissecting the things that she says. I don't know too much other than she says she was Tupac's daughter. And let me just say this. If she is or if she isn't, okay. It wouldn't be the first time where a celebrity does not recognize their kids. Tupac is dead, clearly. But like you have the what is it? Jay-Z's son, alleged son, who's trying to get this DNA thing going, right? I have a lot of questions about Allie Carter, but I haven't covered her because I don't know. First of all, the trauma that she has talked about, the things that she has said, first that this is too much. It's a lot. Now, I commend her for wanting to keep things on the children that have been trafficked. I think it's beautiful. That's wonderful. That's great, because that's what we need. We need more advocacy. But I hope, and I hope, okay, because I don't know everything, but we've had a lot of this in YouTube specifically where people come forward and we have no receipts of anything. You never heard it? She does have a website, says Kim. Okay, I'll have to check out her website, Kim. I'm at this point, and I hate to be this way because I feel like it's made me a bit jaded, but we've had a lot of people come on YouTube, say X, Y, and Z, and then when it's time to put out the information, they're nowhere to be found, or there's every excuse in the book. And then that's what makes me realize that a lot of this has been for social media clout. And I really struggle with that. I'm just being honest with you. Now, I'm not saying that she didn't go through the things that she went through. She probably did. But I'm allowed to, just like you guys are allowed to believe whatever the hell y'all want to believe. I love it. It's not a cult. I'm allowed to question the things that I'm consuming and the things that I'm believing. Because unfortunately, we live in that age where we have to question everything. You say it's hard. It's hard to listen. I'm glad you say this because I was like listening to some of the things, especially the physical sexual abuse that she's talking about. I couldn't do it, y'all. I couldn't. And my thing is that I hope that, and it sounds like there might be legal documents and stuff like that, but it's not something that I could just definitely show you guys and be like, this is what it is, because I don't know. Her biological mother, came forward and dispelled a lot of the things that she says. Her mother's allowed to do that. Her mother's allowed to do that. She's allowed to do that. And she's also allowed to respond to her mother. You know what I mean? And I have to. I not only discernment, but I'm gonna say to you guys, when you guys are listening to these horrific stories of abuse, please take care of yourself. Be typically victims, and to be fair, evil queen. To be fair, like sometimes people don't have receipts for the things that they have been through, right? Like, let's be fair. I can give you that. But the one thing that really gets to me, it's like when I heard the Tupac thing, then I heard being violated by various celebrities. To me, it's no different than like Lamisha Fuller, who said that she was violated by Bill Cosby, Gloria Allred, who else? Jennifer Lopez watched or participated. All these people. And then her story changed when the lawsuit came forward and then it was dispelled. And that's the thing, is like, we got to be careful. But listen, if she's for children, I hope she continues to be an advocate to Denzel Washington, all those kinds of things. And that's why I say I struggle with y'all. You guys have said to me, this is what's going on, yada yada yada. I don't know. I wasn't there. It's her story. It's hard, you know? It's Sam. A lot of people did, right? Yeah, we can at least learn them, and we need to stop the Satanists and abuse up to their degree and bring some normal people to run the world. Oh, love, what's normal people though? I'm worried about that too. Her mom says she was never around for those people at least the first 16 years of her life. There you go. Allie adopted mom is named Shelly. Yeah. Her biological mom was the one that I guess came forward and exposed it. I don't know. And then she's also denouncing the lady too. So I don't know. I don't know. And honestly, I hope that there's an investigation to that. Right. Remember before the internet when we never knew? Then fuck the internet as much as shit it's cost today. I mean, it's a lot. what would what happened before the internet? A lot of information didn't get out. Hell, it's like the same thing with camera phones. It's a lot of things that people would say, but then we couldn't prove because of camera phones. They started coming about, and then that's how people would prove things. But yeah, the Tupac allegation had me scratching my head. Yeah, that Tupac thing, I don't know. But who knows? She could be. I don't know. Um, but if you're a supporter of Allie Carter, shout out to you. No shade. Just saying, just don't come in here telling me what to think or what to believe or what to talk about or not talk about because you don't run things here. I don't care if it's PBS, CBI, or the military watching us. Oh well, good. Shout out to them. I hope they hit the like button. What else? What else can I do? I just wanted to bring that up. So I wanted to see where everybody landed with this whole Allie Carter's being exposed, and see kind of where my audience stood with that. Let me know what you guys think. All right, guys, I gotta go because I gotta go. But yeah, thank you. To quote BJ, I don't know, I wasn't there. Period. That says it all. I wasn't there. Thank you. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about all this. We covered a lot today, y'all. We did, and we're gonna be live later tonight. We really are. I will see you guys later. Shout out to the FBI. Hit the like button, FBI. That's what I'm saying. It's like that shit don't scare me. It is what it is. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hit the like. Thank you. I think the CEO needs a camera. No, she doesn't. Maybe Dana will be back. I hope so. Hey, young black economist, shout out to you. I'll see you guys on the next one. I gotta go. Bye, guys. Bye.